All right, welcome you guys to the Sunday night Ella's Empire Team Zoom. Thank you so much for taking the time out to be a part of this, because we all know how important it is just for us to connect with one another, have some laughs, and learn a little bit along the way, right? Real life things happen, so it's always fun to see everybody's littles pop in and out on the videos too. So tonight we are going to be talking, we have a special guest speaker. Michelle Elam is going to be talking today about bridging the gap between your day job and your dream job. So she is going to kick it off. She is a one-star lifetime Diamond Coach. She has like a killer kick a $sign team. And I'm really excited to hear from her tonight. So if you don't have a paper and pen yet or something to write with, then go and grab that. And then once she's finished up, depending on how much time we have left, we will cover just some announcements, some upcoming things, just give you a chance to open it up, welcome some new people, and hopefully have a few laughs from you guys. So with that, I'm going to pass it over to Michelle to talk to us tonight about bridging that gap.
All right. So guys, thank you so much, Shalene. You know I love you, girl, by the way. I'm so happy to talk to you guys. So this is kind of like a little bit weird, something different that I'm doing. I kind of wanted to talk to you about a book that I read, and just kind of share with you a little bit of information, kind of like a book report, but then my takeaways on the book report, right? So it's a little bit different, but so the book was actually by this guy named Jon Acuff, and John has written a whole bunch of books, and he actually got really famous by writing this blog that's called Stuff Christians Like, I think is what it's called. And he writes these funny little stories about things that happen at church that maybe are, people think Christians are kind of stuffy sometimes. Well, these are kind of funny things, like about, like when the pastor asks you to hold hands and there's that one weird person that tries to envelop your hand rather than just naturally hold it. So he's writes about that and how weird that is. So anyway, he wrote this blog, and then he got famous because Dave Ramsey, who we all know, asked him to come join his team. And Jon Acuff actually came to meet Dave Ramsey on 2 or 3 separate occasions, came and spoke for his team for free on 2 or 3 separate occasions. Jon Acuff actually worked, he wanted to be a writer, he wanted to be a speaker. He worked at Auto Trader for, I think, 3 or 4 years while he was traveling around on the weekends, speaking to crowds of 400, 500 people while he was interviewing with Dave Ramsey. So Jon Acuff is the guy that was successful, what would be considered successful, but he still had a day job. So when I started reading this book, I was yep, not going to like it. Because it's one of those books you just no, throw it down. Because it makes you think practically about your day job and how you can really utilize what you're doing. Because we're all at this stage right now. Well, not all of us. Some of us on here actually are living our dream, are doing what they want to do. And that is absolutely fantastic. There's some of us that still have a ways to go, and we really, really, really want to be there, right? We want to be to a point where we can live our dream, where we can work on our own terms, and we can hopefully, some of us want to make Beachbody our full-time gig. And there are so many lessons that we can learn right now by actually valuing your day job while you are on your way. So before you think about quitting and making the leap, these are some of the things that was talked about in the book that really rang true to me. So number 1 is whatever you do, use it. Don't waste it. So do you work with a lot of people in your day job? Network. You can network with them. Do you encounter difficult people? Are you in customer service? Maybe you can work on honing your skills, feel, felt, found, for those of you that know what feel, felt, found is. When somebody throws up an objection, you say, oh, I understand how you feel. I felt that way too, but so you can really work on honing those skills in your day job. You can really work on selling people, right? Like work on and what we do isn't necessarily selling, but you can work on getting people to do something or motivating people to do something maybe that they don't want to do in your day job. You can learn how to plan your day like a boss, right? You can work to get people on the phone or work to meet people. So there's things that you can do in your day job to work towards your dream job. Number 2 is there's an assumption that more free time is going to equal more productivity. And is this actually true? Like, I want you to ask yourself that. Like, is that actually true? Because if you ever had a staycation and then you had a list of things. Hey guys, that's really loud. Okay. Have you guys ever had a staycation where, sorry, it is so loud here, where you actually had a list of ton of things that you wanted to get done when you were going to I'm going to build a garden and I'm going to like organize the closets, and you ended up like Netflixing the whole time, right? Like there's something that happens to our brain when we know we have a lot of time that we actually don't get anything done, or we fill that time up with a bunch of busy work that we don't need to do. You can get a lot done in just 3 hours a day. And if you had 15 hours, like what would you do with that time? Like you probably wouldn't do anything totally high value that entire time. Okay, so number 3, take a look at those who, sorry, back up. I got sidetracked. What do you need, buddy? Okay. All right. Sit down, please. No, sit. Sorry. Okay. You're going to need to go in the other room, please. Okay. You can't be in here right now. All right. Sorry about that. So those who are already doing their dream job right now, right? They don't necessarily have the luxury to take as many risks as you do right now, right? You can do something that's kind of crazy and mess up and know that it's not going to totally affect you, right? You can make on-the-spot decisions and just see if something works. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work, right? You can put a post out there. You can invite 100 people to become a coach. And the thing is, you're going to be able to eat next week, right? Because you still have your day job, or you have a roof over your head, or, you know, you break your arm tomorrow, you have health insurance, right? Because of your day job, or you get a toothache, you can go to the dentist because of your day job. So we always look at this day job as an enemy when really sometimes it's fueling our dream job. It's getting us closer to our dream job. Another big thing to think about, and this is point number 4 that I drew away from the book, is when you're not necessarily in the public eye, that gives you an opportunity to get better before you get really big. And let's be real, everybody on this call has the opportunity to grow a massive social media following. We all have very unique stories. So now is the time to fail forward, mess up, learn what we need to learn before we get really big. I'm a huge believer that we're not given anything we can't handle until we can handle it, right? So use this opportunity to learn as much as you possibly can and get really good before you get in the public eye totally. I mean, you look back at like people like Eminem. They always talk about, you know, how hard it was when they were, you know, moving up through the ranks. Nope, honey, you got to go in the other room and then you can have another opportunity later. Other room. Okay. They talk about how hard it was, you know, getting to where they are now, but then they long for that time. Like they long for that time that they weren't in the public eye. And that's where we're at right now. So enjoy the moment, right? That's kind of the lesson there. And then the number 5 thing that I kind of mentioned earlier is that let your job fund your dream, right? Because now you have a steady flow of income coming in. what you choose to do with that income, whether you're putting it away so at some point you can make that leap and you can have some steady flow of income. And that's kind of something that Jolene did. You know, she's got some great planning in place and some great financial stories in place where, you know, they've almost got no debt. So she's definitely been able to utilize her day job to fund her dream job. But, you know, maybe you utilize that money to invest in some Facebook ads or to pay for some marketing or go get yourself on like a major self-improvement course. Like, you've got the money coming in now. You might not have that later. So invest in you. Like, there's coaching, like personal mentorships you can pay for. Go grow yourself and make yourself big while you've got the money to be able to do that. So there are, as I was kind of learning a little bit more about Jon Acuff and kind of digging into him more, I wanted you guys, this is the part that I really want you guys to take notes on. So there's, how many here? 13 little quotes that these are like coined by him. And I just wanted to share them with you because every single one of them is super like, just kind of just got me right in the gut, like awesome sauce stuff. So, oh, wait a minute. Let me back up. Sorry. The best thing about the book, and this is our action. This is our action item. This is our takeaway. So think of where you guys are at right now and where you want to be 6 months from now, where you want to be a year from now. Or maybe you're in a situation right now that you know you never want to be in again, right? If either of those things. So there's this website that you can go to, and it's called futureme.org. futureme.org, and you can send an email to yourself in the future. So you can send an email to yourself 6 months from now, and maybe it's like, hey, Michelle, right now you have taken on way too much. You've got people asking you to do size classes all over the place. You're just spreading yourself too thin. You don't ever want to feel like this again. Learn to say no. Are you saying no? And then that email is going to come to you 6 months from now, and you're going to be like, whoa, oh my gosh. And it's going to come at the most opportune time. Or maybe it's a congratulatory note to yourself, or maybe it's a reminder of what your goals are today and where you want to be 6 months from now. It's a gut check. So I want us all to do that. Go to futureme.org and write yourself an email to yourself 6 months to a year from today. Maybe it's something you're dealing with that you don't ever want to deal with. Maybe you want to remind yourself of something. Maybe you just want to send your goals. I don't know. Okay, finish it up here. So here is a list of like coined phrases by Jon Acuff. This is how awesome he is. So number 1, inspiration without instruction is useless. Inspiration without instruction is useless. So this means that we're out there, we're like inspiring our challengers, like you could do it, you could do it. Or we're trying to bring coaches on and we're inspiring them to build a big business. If we're not showing them, linking arms with them and showing them how to do it, it's useless, right? Love that. Number 2, we know this, the calendar is always moving forward. Are you? Are you always moving forward? Because the calendar always is. Number 3, we've heard this before, but it's a different way of saying it. Friends before favors. Friends before favors. Don't make the first thing that you ask someone a request. And we do this all the time. It's like, hey, you want to join my challenge group? Like we're all guilty of it. So always be thinking friends before favors. Number 4 is be deliberate in your actions, which I think speaks for itself. Number 5, always keep the promises you make. It's better to do more as a surprise than to do less because you promised too much. So always keep the promises you make. Number 6, give friends and family the grace to not understand your dream. And we all deal with this. It's okay. They're not going to get it. And that has nothing to do with you. So forgive them. Let them know, this is where I'm going. This is why I'm not at every single family event. This is why I'm always late. Or this is what, just forgive them for not understanding. Number 7, this is huge for me. Write down every single idea that you have. Write it down. Paper, pen and paper everywhere. It doesn't have to be developed ever, but write it. Be awesome later. Just get it on paper. It's my little timer there. Number 8, make war against distraction. Oh my gosh, you guys, we got Facebook. I got kids running around behind me. I can't make war against them, but Facebook, we've got TV. I've got like this annoying game that I'm addicted to now on my phone. But I've got things I need to get done. You need to wage war against it. Like seriously, armor up, like raise your swords. We want to get stuff done. So wage war against distraction. You guys know this, match your high energy time to high energy tasks. So whatever needs the most energy, you need to be doing that when you have the most energy. What do you use the most energy on? You schedule that first thing in the morning usually. Being ready, it's a myth. Being ready is a myth. You're never ready. So just do it. Never compare yourself. Never compare your beginning to someone else's middle. And we all do this. We see successful coaches. I'm in the midst of dark places right now because I'm, why am I not further along? Why am I not? Just don't compare yourself to other people's journey. This is my favorite one. And this one literally stopped me in my tracks. And I shared this on my page. Fear is a liar. Fear only gets louder when you're doing something that matters. And that's so true. When you know that you're about to do something that's a total game changer, that's when fear starts getting loud. That's when fear says, nope, bad idea, don't do it, don't do it. That's when you know that you should do it. So fear is a liar.
Can I try one?
Nope, not yet. Where's your dad? He's not doing a very good job.
Can I try one?
Good thing I'm done. That's it, you guys. That's the last one. So I just wanted to share that with you. Just my little book report. Everyone, hey. Sorry, it's life. I'm going to tune out now.
That was freaking awesome. Does anybody have any questions for Michelle regarding any of that? I mean, that was amazing. This is like a call, like I feel like I'm the wake-up call, like when Jeff Hill says, and this is a call that you definitely need to go back and listen to again to hear those breakdowns of those nuggets, right? So thank you so much for sharing that, Michelle. That was seriously like awesome. I cannot wait to use that futureme.org. That is such a cool idea. Like maybe we should do that every single day this week and send ourselves a different email to get it like 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, for the next 12 months. That would be that's a cool idea. So thank you so much for sharing that. That was great. John Acuff, I've read one of his books, but this sounds like, okay, yeah, real quick. So what is actually the name of the book that you read?
It's called Quitter.
Quitter. Okay.
Yep. Quitter.
So, Quitter.
Yeah.
It's one of those ones where that's kind of the second book that I've literally, read and just like.
Was it like The Dip? The Dip.
Yeah, like The Dip. Yeah. The Dip was another one, my other one where I was like, nope, I hate this book. But it means it makes it work.
Right. All right. So Quitter, that was the name of that book. So if you guys, another thing, like if you guys don't have a personal development book that you're reading right now, you know how big that is in our organization and how big we talk about that in our team, specifically about how important personal development is. A book, an audio, whatever is going to be the best way for you to spend that 10, 20 minutes a day, every single day, making that difference. So that was huge. I love that. I have a whole sheet and a half page of paper or page of notes. So that was great. So to piggyback on that, thank you so much, Michelle, for taking the time out. And yeah, the thing that you guys will take away too watching this is this business still goes on, right? Because the calendar is still going to move. Life is still going to happen around you, and that's okay. Like, that's okay. Like, that's maybe a mess to you sometimes, but that's your message, and that's what's important to convey. Michelle is a busy mom of 3 who works full time, and that's her brand, so she's taken that. It's not a mess, like essentially like that mess of, day-to-day struggle, and turned it into her message, and has been able to share that and turn that into her brand. So thank you so much for doing that, and for your real life happening before our eyes, right? Because I think it is really, really important to see that. We're not perfect, and we're not always put together, and her husband Daniel's a gag. So it is, he's in trouble. It is what it is, and it's just real life. This is coach life, okay? So to piggyback on 2 points that I really love what she said, you guys, is I think one of the biggest things that you have to realize, and this mind shift happened for me when I was actually still working full time. Okay. Hey, Ben, can you go my charger, please, for my computer? Sorry, my computer's going to go dead. And if you saw it, I do have pajama pants on, so I'm ready from the waist up. That's also coach life. Okay, just saying. So one of the things that you have to realize is that you do need to shift your mindset now while you're in the midst of building your dream life, right? That is so, so important. And had I not done that, I would not, absolutely 100% would not be where I am right now. Shaking my cord at you. I would not be where I'm at without doing that, because I was becoming miserable at my job. Like, I just was like, I just had that mentality of like, I don't want to be here. I don't want to do this. I just want to do Beachbody. All I'm thinking about is Beachbody. I just want to work out. I just want to help people. And I'm a nurse, so like I help people, but I was just like, I'm tired of taking care of people who are sick. I want to help them before they're sick. I want to teach them. I want to encourage them. I want to empower them. I want them to be able to be the best they can be. And so I went to a conference outside of Beachbody, which is also extremely important. That Beachbody is great, and they put on a lot of trainings, but it's also important to find somebody else like that you love to follow, or a training that you would like to go to outside of Beachbody, you guys, for you to be able to grow. And so I went and saw Danny Johnson, and she's hands down. I went and seen her once. I went and seen her twice, and I would go see her again. That's on one of our goals, is to go back again. But it was, the key term she used was to prosper where you're planted. Okay, prosper where you're planted. And that means in your day job right now, right? Because it takes time. It could take a year. It could take 2 years. It could take 3 years. It could take 5 years, whatever. Just always know, again, the calendar's moving. You should be moving forward with that. So you have to prosper. You have to change your mindset. And so once I did that, I went into work looking at this, like, I have to take care of what I have right now. So as they say, you have to be ruler over small things to be ruler over much, right? So I'm just going to say God, but like the higher power is not going to give you more if you can't even handle what you're doing now. So if you're not prosper where you're planted right now, then you sure as hell better know that he's not going to give you ruler to be over much more, because you're not even doing that now. Just like financial wise. So if you're not good with your money now, why would you expect to get more money? Because guess what? You're not going to be good with your money then. And I can hands down tell you that, because just because you make more money does not mean that you have more money. Let's all agree on that, yes? Just because you make more money does not mean you have more money. So that means that you're not being ruler over the little things. So you must prosper where you're planted, and do whatever it is you have to do. Start looking at it like you're grateful that you have a job to go to every day. You're grateful to serve alongside some amazing people. You need to be the person who becomes that person who's the annoyingly optimistic, happy person at work. And that became me. I used to be the negative Nancy. And instead of everyone complaining that, gosh, we're here for 12 hours, this sucks, the nurses didn't do anything the night before, it's like, hey guys, we're here. It's 12 hours. We got to make this a great day. If you need help, let me know. Walk around with a smile. Just be that light, right? You have to be that light. Give the light, right? You have to be the light, and then give the light and share the light with other people. And so that is prospering where you're planting. That is valuing your day job while you're in your day job. And it is extremely, extremely important, because if you're not ruler over your day job, if you're not doing that, prosper where you're planted, you won't get more. It's just how it is. You put it out into the universe. The Secret. If you have not seen The Secret, you can get it on like Netflix for free. You can read the book. You can watch the video. It's a great freaking thing to watch. Put it on your things to do in the next quarter, right? Watch or listen to that. So I really loved how she said that, valuing your day job. You have to do that. And one of those key points in that was to let your day job fund your dream. I mean, that is one thing that is so important too, because being somebody who went and stepped away essentially, like I still do work to keep up my license and just because I worked hard to get it. And so I'm not just going to let it go completely. But it is important because you do have more freedom to take that money that you're making. And like Michelle, that she just took her family on a vacation. That's what she wanted to do. She's also reinvested it back into her business. So that's my second key part, is that the only investment you get 100% return on is what? Yourself. The only investment you will ever make, you guys, is going to be guaranteed at 100% return of investment is on yourself. Why? Because you have the power to take what you've learned and apply it immediately. And so that is huge. That is flipping huge. That's why anytime you do get some extra, it is important to dump it back into your business, especially if you do have a day job. You can take the time, like she said, behind the scenes and grow yourself, grow your business, grow your family in ways that are not imaginable, right? That you just only fathom, but you need to be taking that money and reinvesting it back in yourself, because it's the number one return you will get. I've been to multiple different trainings, the Platinum Edge. I've been to Danny Johnson multiple times. I want to go see Tony Robbins at some point, or another big speaker. I've been to Chalene Johnson's Smart Success. Those are all other things I've invested. I've taken money from the business that I made and invested that back into myself or back into the business, right? So the two things I wanted to hone in is prosper where you're planted, and then that 100% on investment is with yourself, you guys. So I think that right there are two huge key takeaways. If you get nothing else from what, Michelle shared, which tons of nuggets. I mean, take a few minutes and every single one of those things she said, 1 through 12, just sit and think about those. Let those marinate. Let those start to grow. Inspiration without instruction is useless. Like, think about that. Repeat it out loud. Write it down again. And keep spitting that around in different ways and just really think about that. And then think about how you can make it so that what you're doing is useful. Okay? So there's a ton of nuggets all in what she said, but definitely prosper where you're planting, and then investing in yourself and back into your business. That's going to make it go round. And know that right now with your day job, you do have the ability to do that. Because as somebody who, I don't have as much freedom with stuff, because when you work an hourly job, you guys, guess what? You can calculate how much money you're going to make every single week, right? Or if you're paid bi-weekly, you can calculate that out. With Beachbody, like she said, you can't guarantee that you're going to sell a challenge pack, or that you're going to, team cycle bonus, or you don't know what's going to happen. You can't control other coaches on your team if they lose rank, and then that means you missed out on a bonus or something like that. You cannot control that. So you do have to take the time right now when you have, expected dollar amount value of money, to take that and use that in a way that you might not necessarily be able to do down the road. So that was, huge. I'm blown away. I want to buy this book right now and read it. So another book by John Acuff that I have read is the book Start. And that is also another great book by him. If you guys have never read that, another one to add to your list. So thank you so much, Michelle, for that. Again, I really appreciate that. So I think a couple key takeaways, like she said, from this call, because we always like to have a call to action, right? Not just on our team calls, you guys, but on the posts you make, on what you're putting out there. Like you said, you can inspire all day long, but guess what? If you don't have a call to action, or you're not helping your coach, like say, okay, next week you're doing this, check in with me. What you've done, like she said, is useless essentially, because they need to know what the next step is. People like to be told what to do, and so they don't have to think about it. Like, okay, I got it. I've done this. Now I do this, right? Check it off. Okay. So takeaways. Send yourself an email and you decide, is it going to be 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, and a year out? Like, I think that's kind of what I'm going to do, maybe 4 times, just to have that reminder. Because who doesn't need a reminder from your future self, like to be more awesome and to give up things and say no to things when you know that you should. So that's going to be it. And then of course, always our goals, because May is upon us. Can you believe that? May is upon us. My gosh. May is upon us. So our goals, your top 10 goals, it doesn't have to just be for the month. It's just whatever comes to your mind. 10 goals, just pen to paper, write them. Somebody screenshot it and start the post in our team page. And then I am curious to know, what personal development book or audio are you listening to right now? And I don't want you to say like the wake up call. I'm going to be nitpicky about this. Call me whatever. But I want to know what book or audio outside of Beachbody that you are listening to. Or if you don't have something, be honest and say, I don't have something. This is where I'm at right now. Can somebody suggest a book? Because maybe Quitter isn't the book for you right now because you're just getting started as a coach. So maybe there's a different suggestion. So just because one person is reading a book doesn't mean it's right for you right now. Does that make sense? So those 3 things, I would like you guys, let's share that in our team page. And then some upcoming things. Okay, just so you guys know, there is 78 days until Summit. Can I get a hell yeah? Ooh, ooh, ooh. Like seriously, 78 days, that's crazy. Oh my gosh, we're gonna be eating beignets and sipping coffee on New Bourbon Street in 78 days. So I'm really excited about that. So with that comes the thing of a lot of us are already committed. Regina, I'm not sure if you know what Summit is. If not, hopefully there's still plenty of time to come with us and be a part of that. So you can still get tickets. And
I think we have like a space in our room now too, or in our
and so
house.
That's going to be the other thing. So to be the person who's got to stick to the rules, because I am the emerald and I'm okay with being that person, is when we all agreed in the beginning, we got a house, we have an Airbnb. So all of us have paid. If for some reason you have to back out or you are unable to come, you are responsible for either finding your replacement, but you will not necessarily be refunded because that's what we said when we first did it. So we just have to stick true to that because everyone else can't be expected to make up a whole nother payment for somebody who backs out. So I apologize. I know that some people have stuff going on, but we said that in the very beginning. And so we'll definitely help you if you need to find somebody to replace you. But yeah, so that's all I'm going to say about that. I can't wait. Okay. I can't wait. So hopefully we'll see a lot of you guys there. Let's see. So Success Club, shout out to Michelle for hitting Success Club in March. Way to go, girl. And then Lauren for getting on the board as well. She helped at least one person. And we all know like Success Club, helping other people, the Changing Lives Club, as we like to call it, is what this, business is truly about. It's helping other people to come alongside us and show them, working with them, that this is possible, that they can do anything and achieve their goals, right? The Coach Sneak Peek kicks off tomorrow. I made a video. If you haven't seen that, go back to our team page. We're doing a little differently. It's going to be hyped the heck up. It's all I know is you're going to be seeing us. Like, where in the world is Michelle and Jolene? Like, we're going to be like, okay, at the airport, in Punta Cana, like in our backyard, like whatever it's going to be. But we're going to be all over the place. There's going to be some other people chiming in. You're going to hear a lot of stories from other coaches too chiming in. And so this is your time to get people into this sneak peek, to let them, show them what it's all about. We're going to be covering objections and just sharing stories and sharing the party, right? Because let's be real. Like, I know I talked about this in the team call. Michelle joined this team because she wanted to be at the party I was at. Like, how do I get there? Like, I want to be right there at that thing with her next year. And how do I get there? And so some people are motivated by that. So share that. Don't be afraid to share that. And then I'm going to be rolling out the May calendar. Okay, so I'll put that out. There will be one correction. The coach kickoff is going to be starting May 2nd because we're still going to be gone on May 1st. So we're going to kick that off May 2nd. And we have lots of people on our team that are just joining. So welcome, Regina. Can I just give you props for being on our team call? You've been a coach for a week. This is our first team call and you're on. I mean, like, Dante's right, because there's been coaches for a year who've never gotten on a team call. So, give yourself a pat on the back. Yes, there you go. Because that takes courage and notes, and she's ready to go. So it takes courage to do that, you guys. I'm not kidding. Like it really does. So I commend you for being here with us. Like, heck yes. And welcome to all the other people that have come on our team. If you don't know what the coach kickoff is, it's like our new coach training. So you need to be in there. You've got to get your butts in there so that you can get this business off the ground if that's what you so desire. And we are just, I just feel the momentum and I love this. I love our team. I love the culture that we're bringing on and just the diversity. It's awesome to see us prosper where we're planted and that we're growing and we're not stopping. So that will actually be May 2nd. So look for that. I'll get that invite and that page up so that you guys can get added to that to kind of get your coach manual printed off. We have a nice, awesome coach manual for you to follow and whatnot. So That's all I got. Does anybody want to throw in something real quick before we're done? Anybody?
Hi, Carrie.
All right.
I miss you, Carrie.
I know.
haven't seen you in forever.
You look good.
She does look cute.
You do. All right, you guys. Well, awesome. Again, thank you so much for taking the time out, because I know time is valuable, and I appreciate it. So whoever gets their goals done first, post it, and the rest follow suit, along with those the other two, what book you're reading as well. So
I'm gonna go smack my husband for not keeping the kids away from me.
oh gosh, we love to see him. So it's
Look
all right.
at Dante's like, don't.
Come on, we love Daniel. Come on.
Yes, we do love Daniel's son. All right, you guys. Well, fist in. Love you guys, and we will see you in a couple weeks. Blow it up. Woo! All right, see you guys later.